Okay, we'll get started. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So welcome back and thank you for coming to this final Zoom session and for staying with this process until the end. Today is session 4, the gate of mercy, the final gate. And what do? Now we wait. So dear devotees, up to this point, we have done everything that is legitimately within our power. We've learned how to arrive. We've learned how to sit properly and protect the space. We learned how to chant clearly and distinctly Hare Krishna. We learned how to bring the mind back to the sound again and again without too much force, without violence. We learn how to allow the heart to lean, to soften, to offer itself honestly through the process of Sharanagati. We have shown sincerity with our bodies. We've shown sincerity with our attention. We've shown sincerity with our emotions. At this point now, there is nothing left to improve through technique. And now we arrive at the fourth gate. This gate is not dramatic. It's not impressive. It's not something you can show others. This gate is also without question the hardest gate to pass. Why is that? Because gate 4 asks us to do something that goes directly against the instincts of the conditioned soul, the conditioned mind. Gate 4 asks us to wait. To wait, not passively, not resentfully, not with some kind of subtle bargaining, but to wait with faith. To wait without demanding proof. To wait without timelines. To wait without calculating results. Up to this point, up to now, our effort has been our language. Do this, do that, try this. At this gate, our effort is silence. At this gate, we stop trying to extract experience from the holy name. And we begin to trust the holy name. We trust the process. We want to trust the holy name to reveal himself when he chooses. This is where many sincere practitioners become restless. Not because they're lazy, but because they're earnest. It's actually a positive thing, but it can work against us. Or eagerness. Both eagerness and patience are positive things, but one kind of weakens the other. So, practitioners, they've done everything they know how to do. And the heart quietly asks, Is it working? Am I progressing? How do I know? When will something change? Gate 4 is where we learn the most difficult and also the most liberating truth of Japa. The holy name is not conquered by some structured efforts. No. The holy name is revealed by mercy. And mercy does not always move on our schedule, on our time. This gate teaches us how to remain steady when nothing dramatic seems to be happening. How to keep chanting when the heart feels ordinary. How to stay faithful when there is no immediate feedback. This is the gate where trust replaces control. Where we stop leaning forward now, where we stop reaching, where we simply just stay, we stay. This is a gate where we stay. That's the key word for today, stay. Not because we feel something, not because we see something, but because we know whom we are waiting for. This is gate 4, the last one. The gate where our doing ends and waiting at last becomes itself an act of devotion. When devotees hear the word mercy, this is a mercy gate, they often think of something sudden, a breakthrough, a rush of emotion, a powerful experience. But in bhakti, mercy is usually much quieter. Krishna comes closer and closer to you, but it's so gradual you don't even notice it. Just look at him. Mercy means that Krishna reveals himself when he chooses, not when we demand. Mercy means that after doing our part sincerely, we wait. This is very important. Of course, gate 4 is not about passivity or laziness. We have already done our part. We have honored the discipline that's required. We have clarified the mind. We have opened the heart honestly, with our honest, sincere feelings. Now comes the most difficult instruction of all. Stop trying to control the result. And this is where many of us struggle. Like I said, not because the devotees lack sincerity, but because our ego constantly wants some reassurance. It wants proof. It wants confirmation. And mercy refuses that. Now, Krishna is a person, and persons cannot be forced into intimacy. No amount of technique, no amount of emotion or effort can compel his love. Yes, he's very reciprocative. He does reciprocate. But we can't coerce him to being close to us. We have to approach him with humility and patience. Prabhupada explains again and again that bhakti is not mechanical. It's not this hollow ritualistic cookbook that we can just use. You cannot demand taste You cannot demand feeling. You cannot demand realization. And if you try to demand, the heart tightens. And the tightened heart cannot receive mercy. We have to put aside our ego, this habit of controlling outcomes. So yes, effort is required. But this gate 4, is where the effort now ends and trust begins. Remember, this gate, we have no control. The handle is on the other side. We have to remember that part. That's the whole part of this gate. We don't have the full control of the picture. We have control over what we can offer, but then we have to come with our begging bowls and wait at the doorstep and not demand. That's very key to being humble. We have to trust that the holy name knows what he is doing. And trust that Krishna is responding. He will respond, even if you cannot perceive how. You need to have a sense of trust that the process is powerful. I'll give you an example. The example is like, when you're in an airplane. I can remember when I was a very young child. I was sitting in an airplane, flight to India, and it's hours and hours. When you're sitting in it and you look at it, it's barely moving. Like you look outside, the clouds are there. It's almost like it's standing still in the air. But in reality, it's moving at hundreds of miles an hour. I mean, if that plane were close to the ground, it would be so fast we would all be freaking out. But we can't even perceive the power that's on our back at that point, how much force is generated to lift that massive, apparatus. But just because we can't perceive it doesn't mean the movement is not happening, that incredible force is not taking place. We have to trust that Krishna, his holy name, is doing the magic, even if we can't perceive it. And that's what this gate is about. It's about trusting of the process. To understand this gate properly, we turn to Queen Kunti. In the Bhagavatam, she offers prayers. Very famous. In fact, Bhagavatam has many prayers by great devotees of the Lord. This set of prayers is the very first stuti, the prayers in the entire Bhagavatam, right there in the first canto. She offers prayers that are not demanding. She does not say, "My Lord, give me realization." She doesn't say, "Give me ecstasy." She says, "Tvam akinchana gocharam. Naiva hartya vidatam. Vai, tvam akinchana gocharam." She says, my Lord, you are approached only by those who are akinchana. Those who are materially exhausted. Those who are not running after, material goals like wealth and beauty, education, and so on. They're done with it. They're exhausted by it. So, in other words, these egotistical goals, selfish things, self-centered goals, they reflect a mentality. I'll work hard, I'll control the outcome. But the mood that we need at this gate is the opposite. It's a mood of helplessness. He is approachable by those who have tried everything else, been there, done that. He is approachable by those who no longer stand in confidence of their own ego. This is very important. Helplessness is not weakness in bhakti. Helplessness is honesty. Honesty. When we chant with the mood, I have done what I can, and now I depend on you, my Lord. then the heart becomes open. This is the doorway of mercy. So the inner posture of waiting. Waiting in bhakti is not boredom. It is basically a high level of attentiveness without expectation. It's like sitting with someone you love and having zero agenda, no agenda. An honest, loving relationship. You're not watching the clock. You're not checking the results. You're simply present. In Japa, this means we stop measuring our ecstasies. We stop asking, was that an ecstatic japa or not? Did something happen to me spiritually or not? We just chant with humility because we belong here. We chant because this is where we have placed our lives. This is a very mature stage of practice. Yes, we're still offering our full heartfelt feelings. We're giving the full attention with the ears and so on. But this is a stance, the inner posture. We have the external posture. We have the inner humble posture of waiting, while still begging, humbly, gently, calling out, crying out. So we are now going to dive into our first practice session. But before we dive into the chanting, we want to keep in mind the key points from the previous sessions. So the first one is posture. So let us all now take our beats gently with humility. We've learned a lot so far. We covered a lot of material. Let's try to now implement every little thing that we learned. Okay? So sit up straight. See, like I'm changing my posture. I'm trying to sit up straight. Get your beats. Not too stiff, of course. You don't want to sit too stiff. Not too relaxed. Comfortable, not casual. We're going to pronounce the names very clearly. We talked about using the first Hare as the anchor to bring the mind back to the sound. Now, before we dive into the sound, take about 20-30 seconds, then I'll give you a few seconds of silence to choose the most natural, conducive, heartfelt mood. Either a sense of remorse, sense of affection, sense of gratitude. That's the easiest one. Appreciation. Any one of those. So take a few seconds. I'm going to give a few seconds. And after that, we will go into the japa. Keep your body straight still. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. We chant for 2 minutes. I want to remind all of you, please, for these chanting sessions, don't chant the old, don't bring any old styles that were distracted, or old patterns that our mind was not focused on the sound and we go here and there. No. We have to employ all the things that we learned. So we're going to do this again. I'm going to do this for another 2 minutes. This time we bring back everything. Okay. For the next 2 minutes of Japa, we will chant together in the mood of gate 4. We're waiting at the threshold of the final gate. Please listen carefully to the instructions. Don't chase attention. Don't evaluate quality. Chant with a simple mood that I am here. I'm here at the gate, my Lord. I have come. I will stay. I'm not going anywhere. This is my life. The rest of my life, my Lord. This is my default space. Every day, wherever I am, at the doorstep of your mercy, eagerly waiting like a beggar at the temple door. I'm going to stay right here. Now, if our mind wanders, like we said, gently return it back to the sound. The sound is always the main focus of our mind. Focus on the sound, produce it clearly, and hear it attentively. That's the main thing. It's the main thing. If the mind goes somewhere else, come back. Bring it back with that first hare. That's the hook that brings back the mind every single time. Every single time. If the heart feels dry, stay. We're staying here. If nothing special seems to happen, stay. We're staying here. Today, the word of the day is stay. Stay right here. Stay with the sound. Don't go anywhere else. Stay at the doorstep of the Lord with the sound, who is the Lord himself. The staying itself is an offering. Bring back to the sound. Beg. In a begging mood, appreciate what the Lord has given us with full gratitude. Be grateful. Bring that saturation in the heart, that mood, that ambience, the fragrance. Keep it in the heart. Stay here with the sound. Embrace the sound and allow the sound to embrace you. Let the mind soak itself with nothing but the sound of Hare Krishna. The most beautiful sound in all of existence is Hare Krishna mantra. Let us soak ourselves inside out with it. Let's keep our intellect, our mind completely focused on the sound while offering our pure, honest feelings. And we're not going anywhere. We are at the doorstep of the Lord, calling upon him, waiting at the threshold of the fourth gate. We have honestly shown up. Something profound is happening here. We have aligned the body, our posture, our breath, our careful pronunciation. We've gathered the mind. Again and again, we're bringing it back to the sound. We've softened the heart, chanting with sincerity, with humility with the genuine sense of need. In other words, we've truly given everything that is in our control. And now we stand at the final frontier. This gate is about, it's like not about doing anything more. It's just staying. It's about letting go of that last subtle residue of the ego. What is that? A sense of entitlement. We're giving that up completely, leaving it behind. No more entitlement. I'm not entitled to anything. I'm just here begging. Because very quietly, very naturally, a thought can arise in the heart. My Lord, I've tried so sincerely. I've given you my attention. I've given my effort, my honesty. Now you should come. However devotional that may sound, it's still a demand. And that is not our mood. No, my Lord, I'm just here, begging, if you so desire, please give me your mercy. This mercy gate is where we call upon the Lord with our full feelings. So now the next 2-minute japa is going to be infused with that. So take 10 seconds to gather your thoughts and your feelings. Sit up straight. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So like I said, this fourth gate, this final gate, it's about letting go of that ego that manifests in the form of entitlement. It's very subtle. It's the voice that demands, almost in a business-like way. I've done this for you. What have you done for me, God? No. We don't want that attitude. This is where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes us by the hand and teaches us how to wait. He gives us words that define this fourth gate with startling clarity. Ashlisyava padaratam pinashtumam adarshanan marmahatam karotu va yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampato mat prananathas tu saivanapara. He says, you may embrace me tightly and make me yours, or you may make me brokenhearted by not being present before me. This line is essential because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's not merely acknowledging separation. He's removing all conditions from his loving approach, from his love. It's called unconditional love. No conditions. You may not appear. You may withhold your presence. You may leave my heart aching, may make me brokenhearted. Isn't it? And then he continues, Yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampato mat prananathas tu saivanapara. Prananath, you are the Lord of my life heirs. Do whatever you like. Still, you alone are the Lord of my life heirs. Prananath. No one else. You're exclusively my Lord. And it's nothing to do whether you come in front of me or not, or you kick me away. It doesn't matter. You will always remain my Lord. This is the fourth gate, that humble stance of begging, where we no longer try to jiggle the doorknob. We can't. At this point, the chanting is no longer transactional. There's no inner accounting of effort versus reward. No silent expectation that something must now happen. We're no longer chanting to get consolation, experience, reassurance. At this gate, we are chanting because we are servants. This gate asks us to abandon even spiritual entitlement. Even the idea that sincerity obligates Krishna to respond on our timetable. No. Patience means we respect Krishna's schedule, not demand our schedule. And so we wait. Again, it's not a passive waiting. It's not resentful waiting, but faithfully, with trust. We have confidence. There's this confidence in there. Confidence because we know the Lord is ours. When he comes, it's up to him, his sweet will. His sweet will. I will stay right here and I'll keep chanting at this gate. Even if you do not come today or tomorrow, it doesn't matter. Even if my heart feels dry and empty, it doesn't matter. Because waiting is not weakness. It's the strongest expression of surrender. At this gate, patience is no longer a technique. It becomes love stretched across time. And paradoxically, this is where our chanting becomes most pure. Because now, the holy name is no longer approached as something we deserve, but as someone we serve. We are servants of the holy name. So we stand here, not really, making a fuss or making a ruckus or knocking really hard and banging on the doorbell, not demanding, not protesting, not counting. We're simply present. We're simply available. We're simply waiting. For I am your servant, my Lord. And that is the mood that we want to approach this final gate with. So today, of course, we'll do a lot more practical chanting. Okay, and we'll begin now our next 3-minute japa session. Let's briefly re-anchor ourselves in the journey that's brought us here. Remember the second gate? The first gate, of course, sit properly, all that. We should have mastered that by now. Second gate, where we commit to the sound alone. No thoughts, no commentary, no inner conversations, no explanations. Just the audible vibration of the holy name. Received carefully, clearly, attentively. Again and again, we bring the mind back, not with frustration, but with patience. Back to what? Just to the sound. The third gate is here, the raga. We create an inner ambience. It's an honest emotional mood. You're not squeezing some artificial mood here. It's an honest emotional mood that comes naturally to us. Allows the heart to participate, join in a proper way where it's not an added sentence or chatter. No. It's not a soundtrack, it's just a mood. You're not manufacturing feelings, but also we're not chanting mechanically. We chant as people who need the holy name with humility, with sincerity, and with some intensity in the way we call out to the Lord. If the heart feels dry, we offer that dryness. If it feels soft, we offer the softness. But we chant honestly. Now we arrive again at the fourth gate, the final gate, having done what's in our power with the body, mind, and heart. And now we practice letting go of all sense of entitlement. Just here. So next 3 minutes or so, anchor on that first Hare. Dive deeply into the holy name with this mood. Attentive to sound, honest in the heart, humble in expectation. No pressure, no bargaining, just presence, and we're going to stay here with the holy name. Let's begin. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you very much for chanting along. I want to do a quick recap of the 4 gates. Gate 1. We learn to respect the physical act of chanting. Posture, breath, clarity of pronunciation, and steadiness. The body becomes a willing instrument rather than an obstacle. Gate 2. We train the mind to return again and again to the sound of the holy name alone. No commentary, no analysis, no mental narration, no added visualizations, just attentive hearing. Gate 3. We created an inner ambiance of honesty, humility, and sense of need. Not artificial emotions, but real honest feeling. And some intensity in our calling out. Chanting as people who genuinely need shelter. And today we practiced at the gate 4, gate of mercy. Having given all effort within our control, this gate 4 is surrendered waiting. We learned to abandon entitlement completely, just like how Mahaprabhu taught us. Abandon that sense of entitlement and wait. Just stay there and wait at the door before the holy name as servants, but servants without conditions. Servants without demands or even timelines. However long it takes, my Lord, it's fine. But I'm going to be here at your doorstep. I have nowhere else to go. Where else are we going to go? The holy name is all there is. In all the 14 worlds, there's nothing more to be had. There's nothing worth striving for, nothing worth working for, other than the holy name of Krishna. In all 14 worlds, in all of existence. The other things we run after is just because we're addicted to being selfish. Otherwise, there's no need to do anything else other than chanting Hare Krishna. So let us bring some humility to the table and beg for the mercy. This journey, what we have walked through together over these 4 sessions, is not a technique as such. It's a journey of identity. At the first gate, we learn to sit properly. At the second gate, we learn to listen properly. The third gate, we learn to cry properly, the right intentions. And at the fourth gate today, we learned to wait properly. Each gate strips something away. The body releases restlessness. The mind releases distraction. The heart releases dishonesty in our emotions. We want pure, honest emotions. And finally, the ego releases sense of entitlement, and we can bring forth genuine humility in our approach. By the time we arrive at the fourth gate, there is nothing dramatic left to do. No clever adjustments, no higher method. There's only one person here sitting before the holy name saying, I am here, my Lord, I have come and I will remain here. This space, this mood, is where chanting becomes real. Yes, it'll be nice to get a response, but we don't demand it. Because love that demands even a response is still a negotiation. My Lord, I'm here. You come at your own time. I'll be here at your doorstep. And the Lord loves that humility. And that's taught to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But love that waits without conditions, that is bhakti. Now we are coming closer to what we really want. Bhakti. This is the essence of Sharanagati, surrender. And so the holy name is not something we just utter. It becomes someone, a person we stand before, quietly, faithfully, patiently. This is not the end of chanting. This is the beginning of relationship. So before we close, I want to express my deep gratitude to each one of you. Thank you for your sincerity. Thank you for your openness. Thank you for trusting this process and showing up honestly, session after session. Your thoughtful participation, your questions, your reflections, your encouragement, your willingness to go inward. All these have made this journey meaningful. Not just for you, but for me as well. These kinds of spaces only work when there's sincerity on both sides. And I have to say, I truly felt that sincerity from all of you. I'm especially grateful for the mood you brought, the way you came, and you brought so much genuineness. Not rushed, not superficial, not performative, but thoughtful and genuine. And that tells me that the holy name is being approached with respect. So I very much look forward to seeing many of you who are here in person at our upcoming sessions. These are the in-person sessions at the San Diego retreat next week. There's something powerful about carrying this same mood into a shared physical space where the silence and sound and presence deepen even further. So of course, all these 4 sessions we did so far, they are standalone, they're very valuable, I hope. But they're just the beginning of what we're going to do in person for many more hours together. So until then, please continue to gently practice these gates in your daily japa. Not necessarily perfectly. Don't go for perfectionism. That can be frustrating, actually. Not forcefully even, but faithfully, sincerely, consistently. I want to thank you again for your encouragement, your participation, and your trust. And I look forward to continuing this journey together with all of you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So we have a few minutes. If anybody wants to say anything at all. Yes, Vamsi Prabhu, please go ahead.
Dhanavad Pranam Gurudev. Thanks for this wonderful class. Our classes, 4 sessions, is just incredible. Hopefully we can follow with consistency, just like we did during the sessions. So I have a question. Is it right to think that these 4 gates are, that to get to the 4th gate, I have to pass through all the 3 gates, but every time you chant the name of the Lord, there is a possibility of the 4th gate opening. So I could think of 2 examples, different examples from the Bhagavatam and the Puranas. So one is the example of Shabari. She was chanting all her life until she met Sri Ram. And then the other example where Ajamila, he did not pass through all these 3 gates, but just uttering that name could open the 4th gate. Is that the right way to think, Gurudev?
So, what I wanted to clarify, and that's a good question. Thank you, Vamsi Prabhu, and thank you for your appreciation as well. And thank you for your consistent support in everything. So these gates are meant to be seen from our standpoint, what we do. The mercy of the Lord can come anytime to anybody. This is called causeless mercy. You see. If there was a prerequisite, then it's no longer causeless. That's one way to look at it. So these gates are meant for us that we cannot or should not say that, okay, now I can wait for mercy if I'm not yet passed all through all the others. You see. In other words, that 4th gate of where we wait for the mercy of the Lord, we cannot really reach there. Or we cannot claim to have reached there if you're not given everything. You see. Now I'm waiting. You can't wait until my mind is there. If my mind is distracted, I have no right to even say I'm at the 4th gate. That's the point to understand. Second point is when Shabari was chanting the name of the Lord. She was a disciple of Matang Rishi. She had learned all these techniques of chanting Krishna's holy name.
Yeah, that's the opposite example of the Ajamila I meant.
Yes. Opposite example. And so she got the mercy of the Lord. And of course, she got it at the end of her life, but the anticipation was every day she was at that 4th gate.
She was waiting.
She was waiting every day from when she was a little girl all the way to she was an old lady, and she didn't give up hope. With Ajamil, Ajamil didn't get the full benefit at the end of his life. You have to understand, Nama Bhas protects you from the disaster of going to hell. So that's the bare minimum of what happens. You see, what Ajamil did was Nama Bhas. He didn't go back to Godhead at the end of at that particular junction. He was given a second chance. The name of the book is Second Chance, and then the second chance he took it really seriously. Then he did full-fledged, pure devotional service. You see, and only then did he get pure love of Godhead. But he didn't get it at that. So he didn't get that full, merciful, the desired success that we call every morning, the desired success, Krishna Prem. So that's something to keep in mind as well. That even Nama Bhas, like even a distracted chanting, even making a mockery of devotees who are on the street and, look at these guys, Hare Krishna, even that can prevent you from going to hell. because he said Hare Krishna. And that's what Ajamil was doing. I mean, he was doing Namabhas. So the holy name is very, very powerful and very lenient and gives you extra credit for every little thing. But if you want the full success, then we have to be fully purified. We have to be fully freed from the 10 offenses. And we know the root of all the offenses is what? Inattention. And why is that the root? It's actually hard to uproot the inattention. Inattention means I don't really care. I'm interested a little bit, but not really that much. So our inattention is reflective of that, and that's why it's the root of all offenses. And so this whole 4 gates exercise is to uproot that inattention, to really genuinely remind us why we're doing this, how to do it. The 4 gates are structured around what Prabhupada taught and what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught and what the Acharyas taught. It's not something artificial. We just kind of structured it in this sequence because that makes a lot of sense to do in that way. So that's the way I would approach it. Yeah, when you try to compare it with the different pastimes. Is that okay, Vamsi Prabhu?
Yeah, thank you, Gurudev.
Yes, thank you. Okay, we have quite a few hands up. We have Gail Mataji, Rakhi Mataji, Shameshwari Mataji, Venu Mataji. I thought I saw somebody else's hand and then it went down. Rupal Mataji's hand is also up. But anyway, so yes, please keep it up so I can remember who it was. Yes, Gail Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, I was just curious. I didn't quite follow why you said that this was not about techniques. I mean, of course, we want relationship.
No, I'm talking about this 4th gate. This 4th gate is, or even the whole thing. It's not really so much about technique in a hollow, mechanistic kind of way. Generally, when we think of techniques, yes, there's definitely technique. Sitting up is a technique. Chanting clearly is a technique. But it's not technique just isolated. That's what I meant to say. It's a technique. It's a methodology that's infused with attention, love, and care. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not just technique.
Yeah, it's not mechanical.
It's not just technique, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And just one last thing is, can you remind me how pranayama is supposed to help us in this, the breathing techniques?
Yes. There is a purport in the 3rd canto that Prabhupada talks about, that when we breathe, when we do these breathing exercises in pranayama, it does help with mental clarity. Now, in my experience, it has helped me a lot. And from other devotees who I've spoken to, it helps a lot. However, it's completely optional. From what I know, even Prabhupada didn't particularly care for it, or he didn't do it, he didn't show it. So you don't have to really do it. But neither do you really have to, go for a walk. There's no rule that says you have to walk every day or at least walk a few times a week. But Prabhupada did it to keep his body, fit. So there are certain things, if they work for you, they're sattvic, they're in mode of goodness. It's right there in the purport, it's there in our scriptures. We don't have to, but it's useful. Let's just say it's useful to sit properly. It's useful to sit at a right angle. It's useful to be in a quiet place. Sometimes we not be able to do it. So these are different things that are useful to optimize our output and our clarity of mind. So pranayama does give you clarity of mind. Even biologically, if you see it, it kind of enriches the blood with more oxygen. We have more oxygen, you have more oxygen going to the brain, things become clearer, your memory is sharper, your attention is more focused, your senses become more heightened so you can hear better. There's all kinds of advantages of doing that. But you don't have to do it.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I asked is because, I mean, when I do it, I just don't see any, difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it doesn't work for you, you don't have to do it.
No, but I mean, I don't want to give up on it prematurely,
Yeah.
And also, when you say mental clarity, because I think of mental clarity as being useful for when, you want to understand things conceptually, but in chanting, not sure how mental clarity, since we're not supposed to be thinking about anything,
But mental clarity means your steadiness too, that you not get distracted by the thoughts. You stay on the sound. That sort of steadiness also comes with mental clarity. You have more control over the mind. It gets more disciplined. It's not so agitated and irritated. It just stays still, like a lamp in a windless place. Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita. Like a lamp in a windless place. It looks like a photograph, but it's not. It's so still. So it's the mind is like that. It becomes like that. Yeah.
I just wonder how much time I should, you know, how much of a chance I should give this process. Because, I mean, if you're only doing it a few days, you're not going to see anything probably. But, is
Also, you have to do it right. Some people do it half-heartedly, or they don't do the right technique. There's certain techniques, and you have to really do it properly. Pranayama, if it's not done the right way, doesn't really work. So you have to really maybe go to someone who knows how it's done.
Yeah, I'm following somebody who taught, but I'm just wondering, 3 weeks, 3 months, a year before you see.
It shouldn't be that long. I mean, for me, it just took me a few days to really see some good results, like 3-4 days. So if it's not working for you, you don't have to follow it. It's not part of our system. So you shouldn't make a big deal of it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll go to Rakhi, followed by Shameshwari Mataji. Go ahead, Rakhi.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances, and thank you for this wonderful series. Prabhu, Maharaj, you were talking about the mind. Then you said, bring it back, but not with frustration, but with patience. That really, as a parent of two young boys, like I felt that it is so much like parenting. Like, go again and you'll have to remind them like many times, but not get into frustration, but with patience. So that kind of reminds me like mind is also like a child, but I feel maybe for myself I'm not very kind to own mind. Maybe it's because, though, as you said, like we have to bring it back and not be judgmental, just, acknowledge and bring it back. But then, for maybe the decades of this learned the patterns, thinking patterns, which is set in the mind, and unlearning it is like so hard. Like, though we know things theoretically, like when rubber meets the road, it's back to square one. Like, oh, look at you, that kind. And today I went to temple and I was chanting for some time, and I tried to follow what all you said, whatever I could hear between working with my kids also, but it was very helpful. So very thankful to you. But again, I just wanted to bring this practical difficulty I have because, this negative thinking patterns or self-criticism of getting distracted. So how to deal with own mind with a little more patience and kindness. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for your sincerity and for trying. And yes, raising children is very difficult. We all know that, those who have raised children. And our mind is like a child. Prabhupada has used that analogy. Mind is just like a child. It runs here and there. So I can offer you some exercise. I haven't talked about this, but I think I can offer you something. I mentioned it briefly. I said, shrink the unit of your work. What do I mean by that? So now, if I find that my mind is really, really hard to, I can't focus on more than 2 mantras, and the third mantra, my mind is already gone somewhere. That's fine. So you try exercising your mind in small units of 10 mantras. Just do 10 mantras. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. But you approach those 10 mantras with the genuine intention of keeping the mind focused on the sound. Only 10 mantras. Okay. And now, after the 10 mantras, you score. You see, did I get 3 out of 10 or did I get 5 out of 10? And then 5 were I was off. It's kind of like, when you do weight training and then the dumbbell, it's 20 pounds. You can't even lift it off the floor. Okay, well, I'll start with the 5 pound. Even 5 pound is too much. Okay, start with 2 pound. You see, start with 2 pound, and the muscles get. So then, when you start with small units, so out of 10, I'm just going to do 10. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This is a workout. I'm just going to focus my mind. Come on, out of 10, let's go for 8 at least, fully. You see. Then you say, I scored 80%. Fantastic. Now the next 10. So you can do a few minutes of this kind of workout. if you put an effort in small units, baby steps, the mind will respond, because you feel now you'll actually get rewarded by your soul. Your soul's like, wow, this is so nice, you give me nice contact with the holy name, and that feeling is incomparable. It's categorically different. That's why when Krishna says, right, yes, it's difficult to control the mind, he was very serious. He agreed with Arjuna. Read that section in the Gita. But he didn't say it's impossible. He says abhyasa in vairagya. So this is what I'm talking about, is abhyas. Abhyas means practice. The way training, practice. This is what we're doing here as a group, trying to find ways to practice. So we make the unit smaller. So now instead of the staircase step being like 3 feet, it's now 6 inches. And then you can step, baby steps. Okay, so this is an exercise I can offer that you can try, Iraqi. I know it's hard with the kids. Sometimes 10 mantras is all you can get until the kid starts jumping on you again. And that's fine. Krishna sees your sincerity. And
Thank
as
you
you
so
try,
much.
yes, as you try, you'll get stronger. Hare Bol.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Hare Krishna. Shameshwari Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Thank you once again for this wonderful session. Actually, please accept my humble obeisances and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'm so grateful he came to US. Always. Otherwise, we would be lost. Mike, firstly, this is truly a transformational. I think you have the right title for it. It's truly transformational. Japa-wise, I think I've learned so much. It's just been brilliant and trying to apply it. It's a good timing. It's spaced out over 2 weeks too, so you have enough practice. So I think it's thank you for that. I do have a question on this particular gate. We talked about the gate of mercy. Personally, I feel, and I'm sure a lot of us have experienced it, is we do see mercy of the Lord off and on. I think we wouldn't be here if we didn't have at least the basic mercy. And I think there are incidents that happen in your life where you start to see, oh my God, that was the Lord, in action here. So is it, when we are talking about this mercy, it's something bigger? Like, are we looking for a vision, or
No.
So I'm just wanted to clarify, or is it the little?
I think you're overthinking. You're overthinking this. You're way overthinking this.
Okay.
What this?
Would
what
love
this
your
gate
thoughts.
is- Yeah, what this gate is about is really that, my Lord, this is where I can come and beg for your mercy. I can't beg it prematurely. I can't ask for your mercy if I'm not giving you everything from my side. That's all we're saying here. And this is the place where I've given you everything, and I'm going to wait here begging with the begging bowl in my hand, and you can come whenever you want. That's why it's the gate. Mercy is sprinkling on us right from the beginning. The Lord is showering mercy day and night on us. There's no question. The fact that we even came into contact with Krishna consciousness, that's His mercy. The fact that we have a human body is His mercy. Everything in our life is His mercy. Even the painful things are His mercy. So that's not the point here. Mercy has always been given to us. That's not the point. It's not that we won't get mercy if we don't do this. We're always getting His mercy. If you look at it retroactively, you'll see His hand in our life. You see, so there's no question of His mercy. Why is this called the mercy gate? Is this is where we get to beg for it. What are we begging for? Merciful endowment of love of God, which is very rare. That's what we're begging for, right? If you read, you just recently memorized the 10 offenses. Any Vaishnava, any devotee claims to be Vaishnava must carefully guard against 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. So that's what we're begging for. We're begging for that at this gate of mercy. You see, that's why we don't need to overthink it. Was this that kind of mercy? No. This is the gate where we beg for His mercy. That's why it's begging. Okay.
Thank you very much, Gurudev. I'm in awe at how perfectly you answered these questions. So thank you very much. Much appreciated. Hare Krishna.
Narayan Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for an insightful and informative session, Prabhuji. So these sessions corrected me so many things. I am doing it 16 rounds, but most of them are inattentive way, but some of them are attentive way. So out of 16 into 108, I'm thinking that like 108 times I'm truly like remembering like Lord and remaining. Maybe like I'm doing it, I'm trying to remember, but it's not. Maybe it's not attentive like pure deep way. That's what I felt, Prabhuji. So my question, Prabhuji, like Prabhupada mentioned that like bhakti is not mechanical, but without like a starting stage, like without mechanical, if I want to put it like starting mechanical way of like approaching, how can I start like deep into that devotional path, and how can I do like my japa? So at least I need to put it like a process way as mechanical starting, then I can reach out to the level. That's what I'm trying to understand, Prabhu.
Yes, yes, it's a good question. Whatever we do in our bhakti approach has some mechanical component to it. Not mechanical, but it has a physical component to it. Now, just because it has a physical component doesn't mean it has to be mechanical. You see. Okay, I'll give you an example. Suppose you're trying to please your wife. Okay, forget wife. You're trying to please your wife before you got married, when she was your fiance. Okay, and you've written a poem for her, or you found a poem and you want to read it to her. There's two ways you can read the poem. You can read it just like as if you're reading a menu in a restaurant, flat, or you can read it with affection and love. The same words, but the way you say things makes a difference. One is mechanical. The other is also using your tongue and everything else, but it says it has a feeling infused with it. If you read it like a menu in a restaurant, you know, she probably won't say yes when you bring the ring. You see? So, why is that? It means, do you really want? I mean, are you really interested in this relationship? So there's a loving component to it too. Now we all, as spirit souls, have a natural loving relationship with Krishna. It's eternal, it's deep, we're thirsting for it. So for us to make that connection is not really that hard. What's hard is removing the blockages. It's for the treasure that's right inside our heart. The treasure is that vibrant, blazing fire of love that we have for Krishna. That's the treasure. And it's in here, it's right in here. We haven't activated it because we've been so selfish. So now we beg the Lord at this point, my Lord, I've been selfish my whole life. Please help me delete these things. At the same time, we have inklings of some of these feelings, like at least you can be grateful for what He's done. So to remove to overcome the mechanical aspect or the hollow ritualistic aspect is to try to soak our consciousness with those feelings. I'm so thankful, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. You're smiling. The smile is because you're thankful. But now the focus is still on the sound. So you smile. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. You see? So thankfulness is there. So the feeling is there. And then you call out to the Lord, my Lord. I'm chanting with a feeling of thanks. Yeah. So
Hare
we have to
Krishna,
gradually...
Gurudev, one more just follow up.
Yes, please. Sure.
So Gurudev, like whenever I'm trying to do like mala, my mind is like going on to one time on the form of the Lord, and the other time I'm the syllables of the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, and the other time it's going on to the sound. So how to control that? Because even I'm like doing it at practice now itself, it's going in like most of the time on the form rather than like the, because sometime it's going on sound, sometime on the syllables, and sometime on the form, but I'm not able to concentrate only on the sound.
Yeah, it's because of the habit of being too, let's say, we are hyper fixated on being multitaskers. We have to simplify our approach. In multitasking, we just, it's just part of our culture, maybe even a corporate culture. And you work in technology or something, right? You kind of expected to do two things, three things at the same time, But the problem is, a lot of people don't realize multitasking is not even a thing. You think you're doing two things at the same time, but you're not really. All you're doing is you can only do one thing. Your mind is like a stage or like a work desk, workbench, work surface. You can only do one thing at a time. So in multitasking, you're fooling yourself where you're swapping constantly. You work on this for 2 seconds, move this back, work on it for 2 seconds. And that we've gotten so used to thinking and fooling ourselves and doing at the same time, it's exhausting. And you don't get that much done. So you better do one thing focused. you're actually a lot more efficient. And if you, even in your corporate work, if you work that way, you'll get a lot more done. You'll be less tired. Okay. So same thing, you apply that with this chanting. When the mind is trying to jump between the form and then now the form of the sound, or sound is where we want to be. So that's good. If you find yourself focused on the sound, that's where we want to be, because that's what Prabhupada told us to do. But if you're thinking of pastimes and you're thinking of the form and you're thinking of some philosophy, and then again on sound again, and then maybe you're thinking of the letters. The letters are good because letters are very similar to sound. So if you focus on letters, that's fine. I have a little corner here where I do my japa, and I have a frame. And it's a framed picture of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So because that's very similar to the sound, it actually helps me come closer to the sound. So that's fine. But then if you're bringing narrations and philosophies and all that, then we're really over-engaging the mind. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. You're thinking of that instead of thinking of, some other thing like, what your mother-in-law thinks about you or stuff like that. That's a whole different thing. It's so much nicer to think of the form is great. So it's not a bad thing. But if you want more focus, then you want to try to keep the mind on that one track. Yeah.
Last question, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Sure.
So, Prabhuji, like it's mentioned, like posture, the way we sit, that's like, so most of the time we are like, due to like time constraint and all, like while walking or while sitting in the train, like we are doing like these malas. Is that okay? Initial stage, or like always do we need to sit like as mentioned, like a posture, whatever is given? But you told like relax way, that's fine, but still like we are doing it like while walking and while traveling, all those things, whenever it's like possible, we are trying to do. Even like driving, at least I stopped, Prabhuji. Earlier I used to do that. I'm not doing it like while driving, but while walking it, inside walking, or like I'm doing the mala. Is that okay?
Yeah, walking and chanting is fine. It's no problem. It's very good. You should do it. It's not the top. You see, there's also grades, right? The top of the top is where you're sitting up straight and everything is peaceful and quiet. That's the best, right? There's the best ideal. And then the walking is also not bad. It's very good. Like I chanted a lot when I used to take the train and the bus to work. But even in the bus, I would always sit up straight. So in the bus, there's no rule that you have to slouch. You still sit up straight. And I found it very, and I used to wear these noise canceling earplugs. These ones are quite nice. These little things that you get, right? What are they called? AirPods. They're very effective. Or you can just wear regular earplugs, like last time I showed those plastic ones. So that really helped me focus. It doesn't matter if it's the bus. And in our bus, it was nice because there's a rule nobody's allowed to talk on the phone and stuff like that. So our buses are usually quiet early in the morning. So I would chant on the bus, sitting up straight. I found some of those actually really good. You can follow the same principles even on the bus. Walking is second best. It's also best, but it's second best. So there's nothing wrong with that. But wherever you are, try to be the ideal posture. That's all. You see? All right.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Narayan Prabhu. Okay. Gail Mataji and then Sundari Radha Mataji. Go ahead, Gail.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, just one thing I forgot to ask is, like you were saying to Shameshi, that this fourth gate is where we're begging for prema, no?
Begging for mercy. Yeah, basically mercy means, what are we begging? What is the goal? We know the goal is prema. Eventually we'll get prema, but we just want mercy of the Lord. Mercy means then prema is it's a given. It's pretty much expected. So
I mean, are you using those two words interchangeably or no?
No, I'm just begging for the mercy. My Lord, show me your mercy. Whatever that looks like. If it's prema, it's good enough. If it's not prema, also I know whatever you give me will be good for me. Even at that point, we don't even demand what we want, really. Just want mercy, my Lord. Please, just give me a mercy. That's it. Whatever that looks like, it's up to you.
Yeah, right. So my main question though is, you the way you put it is that we've gone through the first three gates. We've given everything, and that's why we are now eligible to sit at the fourth gate and just beg for the mercy, because we've given everything already. But I mean, as devotees, we always see room for improvement,
Yes.
So, how can we ever say, Krishna, I've given you everything, so now please show your mercy?
No, see, again, it's not that sense of entitlement is not there. I've given you everything, so you must come. No, we're still begging. My Lord, here I am. The idea with the gates is that we should, for ourselves, give everything before we start begging. You know, Prabhupada said first deserve, then desire. So, have I given everything to deserve? It's not a sense of entitlement. Of course, the word deserve means entitlement, so I'm not even saying that. But what I'm saying is now, does it make sense for me to even have the audacity to ask the Lord for His mercy if I'm not even showing any interest with my body language? I'm not even, say, having no attention. I'm doing like 10 other things intentionally, or I'm intentionally being sloppy when I know I can do it better. Basically, we have to give it our best shot. That's the point of aligning these gates. We have given everything. There's always room for improvement. Remember I said that, right? We have to bring back the mind. The mind will always get derailed. There's always room for improvement. But doesn't mean we don't get in the stance of that begging, that humble mood, that my Lord, please accept me. Prabhupada asked once, what is this Hare Krishna chanting? What does it mean? Prabhupada said it's a prayer. It says, please accept me, my Lord. So Prabhupada has given different words like that every now and then, but they're all in the same spirit of begging, calling out. And that's where we want to come to. So these 4 gates help us be at peace that I have given everything to this, and so we can beg with a clean conscience. We can beg with the sense of honesty that no, I'm begging.
Yeah, I think that's my problem is
Yes.
when I can feel that I have actually,
Yeah, see, that's the thing is we're overthinking it. You're just overthinking it. You're thinking only if I'm 100% on everything, then only can I beg. That's not the point. You see,
I've tried hard, basically.
That's it. I've tried my best for today. Like what I can do today, I've given everything. That's the way we have to approach it, and we have to quickly come to that point of begging. Otherwise, we're denying our potential. That's all. You see, if my potential is to lift 50 pounds, but right now my capacity is only 10 pounds. Now you're constantly measuring yourself against your potential and not your current capacity. You understand? So don't measure yourself against your potential that you can accomplish next year. Start with where you are and give everything you've got. That's the point. You see?
Okay.
All right?
Yes, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Sundari Radha Mataji, followed by Dhanavali Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to the Prabhupada. Thank you for class. I just wanted to share kind of what I got from it. I really appreciate sitting down before we start chanting and kind of just being really honest with ourselves. Because sometimes I'll go to chanting, it's like, okay, I got to chant like a big S on my chest or something. And really it's not there, right? Like we're all going through something, and just to be honest. So when we do start chanting, it's not like that thing kind of trying to poke its head in every 2 seconds, because then it almost brings me more of, I know not completely surrendered, of course, but more of a surrendered, honest place where I could open up more to receive Krishna's mercy, right? Because if I'm pretending to be something I'm not, it's, that causes, resistance. So I really appreciate that to bring along in practice. I do want to know, though, maybe some more practical, and maybe you've already said it, to repeat it. So, for instance, before when I started to do Japa, I'm like, oh, wow, my throat is hurting a little bit, right? So, like, if we start to feel like physical pains or like something, because then my mind starts like attacking, like, and if is it something more or less like, okay, just continue to bring your mind back and kind of just realize that your mind is like a little child going out.
Sure. There's resistance. There'll all be resistance, right? If you're decided you're going to start working out, the mind will resist. The body will resist. There'll be growing pains. There'll be bodily pains too. You'll be sore afterward. But you know that growth happens in like beyond your comfort zone. So you know that. That's where the intelligence comes in. Intelligence is the faculty that helps us override the impulses of the mind for a higher cause, for a long-term goal. The impulse of the mind is to give up. Man, this is so painful. This weight train's not for me. Working out's not for me. That's the mind's impulse. I'd rather just stay home and just watch TV or something. But the intelligence says, no, 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 no. You need to work out because it'll give you strength. It's good for your health, your cholesterol, long-term longevity. It's also good for mental clarity. It's also good for how you look, everything. But it may not feel so good right now, but in the end it's going to be good for you. So that's where the intelligence kicks in. So we have to strengthen our intelligence. It helps us override the impulses of the mind. At the same time, another function of intelligence is to make sure you don't push yourself beyond your breaking point or to your breaking point. The growth happens between your comfort zone and your breaking point. You don't want to operate beyond that line. And you don't want to stay too deep within your comfort zone. You want to go in the growth zone. Now what happens as you actually grow and get stronger, your comfort zone inches outward. And what used to be beyond comfort zone is now your comfort zone. 25 pounds used to be beyond your comfort zone, but now it's like so comfortable, it's like nothing. You see, now you want to be operating at the 35-pound mark. So, so like that, what used to be your comfort zone will move upward towards your growth zone. And so you actually get better and better and stronger. And the progression is that what used to be incompetence becomes competence. So now there's four levels. There is unconscious incompetence. Say you want to learn piano. You have no idea what piano even is. You don't even know how it sounds. So that's what level am I at? That's unconscious incompetence. I don't even know about it, and obviously I have no competence in it. But then when I start hearing someone play the piano, and then I say, "Oh, this is cool. Let me give it a shot," and I see that, oh, I can't play this at all. This is so hard. Then becomes conscious incompetence. I'm incompetent, but now I'm conscious that I can't do it. Then, okay, I'm going to take lessons. I get better. I learn how to read the music, and I spent 2 years now studying every day and practicing really hard. Then what happens? It becomes conscious competence. Now I'm very conscious. I know how to curl my fingers and how to sit properly, and it's sounding pretty decent. And it's not Carnegie Hall level, but it's pretty nice. I can play in front of my friends. That's called conscious competence. And then when you get really good, then eyes are closed and you get with the flow, your heart is into it, you're feeling Tchaikovsky and you're doing all that stuff. That's called unconscious competence. You're so competent, you're not even conscious about the rules and regulations, it just flows. And there are people like that. You see the progression. We have a long way to go, but at least we know what we can't do. And we know where we want to be. And that's the whole part of this map here. All right?
Yeah. Thank you. And I just want one more thing. I just want to relate to Mataji before. I don't know where she's at, but about having the two little kids and, overstimulated is what I like to say. Very overstimulated. So, Gurudev, that approach of, just 10 rounds, just be very
10
aware.
mantras. Yes.
Yeah. Or yeah. Mantras. Yeah. So, yeah, that was really great. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Sundari Radha. Okay, Dhanavari Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. His humble obeisance, congratulations to Shri Prabhupada.
Yeah.
I really learned a lot, practical points and applicable points. It's really working. My one question is, we are all looking forward over here in San Diego. Can't wait. We are ready for you to come and to experience in person. So thank you again for everything. My quick question is, should we ever try to ask ourselves between ever that why are we chanting and what is the goal or something like that? This kind of question should we ask retrospectively or ever that what is that way we can stay focused or any help, anything if you want to share with me about this.
Yes, it depends on your motivation for asking yourself. Asking yourself is not a good thing. Oh, it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. Depends on what you want to do with it. You know, if we're going to use it to punish ourselves and beat ourselves up over it, then don't ask yourself. But if you want to use your evaluation to see how it can improve in a very progressive and gentle way by being kind to your mind, then do ask yourself, do evaluate. So yes, self-evaluation is always an important self-reflection, looking back how you did last week, how you're doing this week compared to last week, compared to last year. It's very good. But don't use it to beat yourself up. Look, I've been doing for 20 years and you're just where you are, even worse than before. What a useless person you are. Don't do that. Don't be so harsh on yourself. That's why I caveat it. It's good to ask, but make sure you're asking for the right reason. You're not using your questions and your analysis to just torture yourself further. It has to be progressive and kind.
Thank you so much. Very practical answer you gave and helpful. So, in other words, following question in that few example, people say I'm chanting for peace, or there is no right or wrong answer, right? For everybody has a different. There is no like goal, ultimate goal that I'm chanting for mercy, or sometimes it can be not selfish or materially, but sometimes it sounds like that. So I mean, like you said, we shouldn't like look for the which one is right or wrong. Like you said, we don't want to beat up ourselves, but is there any answer could be like we reach for the goal, that why we are chanting, or anything that we want to at least strive for that goal, or that we can think about it ever, or we shouldn't even think about it?
Yes, it's a good question. We don't need to worry about other people's goals, what they're chanting for, if they're chanting for peace or whatever. We need to just evaluate ourselves. That's important. Our motivations may not always be pure in the beginning. Remember, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says 4 kinds of people, 4 kinds of pious people come to me. Those who want wealth, those who want relief from their suffering, or whatever, right? You know, the 4 kinds of people, right? He does mention them. And he says they're pious people and they're devotees. Now, in a purport in Bhagavad Gita, you see, if someone would ask you, are those sakama devotees? You know, there's nishkam devotees who are completely pure-hearted, and then there's sakama devotees who approach Krishna just for the selfish needs. That's called sakam. All they want is that selfish thing. So you may ask, those 4 kinds of people, are they sakama devotees? Now, instinctive answer would say, yeah, obviously. I mean, the guy wants money. But in a purport in Bhagavatam, Prabhupada writes that these 4 people are not sakama devotees. They're very pious and they approach Krishna initially for that one thing, but because they approach Krishna with a sense of affection or their piety, their initial motivation disappears because they realize, their approach to Krishna itself is purifying because they came with a pious sense of trying to please the Lord. And because of that, their initial motivation kind of disappears. There's examples for this in the Bhagavatam. Classic example is Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj wanted a kingdom greater than his grandfather's. His grandfather was not just a Joe Schmo. His grandfather was a 4-headed Brahma, the highest demigod. That's his I want bigger than him. There's nothing bigger than Brahma's kingdom. Well, make one for me. And the Lord made a kingdom for him that's greater than Brahma. It's actually at the junction of the spiritual world. It's really like a spiritual planet, really. He was a 5-year-old kid, but his motivation initially was a selfish one. However, when he got the mercy of the Lord, he's like, oh my God, he regretted having a selfish goal. But the process of bhakti purified him. And right, he uses the word Swamin Kritarthosmin. He says, my Lord, I am completely satisfied. And he used the word kacham. You know, you word the kacham? You know, in Gujarati, kach, it means glass. That I was looking for glass. The word in Sanskrit is kacham. that the glass, I was looking for a broken piece of glass, and you're the diamond, and I was so foolish. So, but the process of approaching the Lord purified him from his desire for kacham, and he got ratna. Similarly, we don't need to worry too much if our initial impetus is for some relief from our tension or very difficult family situation or just so much pain in our lives. My Lord, please help me. Just help me come out of this pain. It doesn't matter. What matters is we approach the Lord. See, akama sarvakama va mokshakama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena hijeta purusham param, which means whether you have no desires or whether you're full of all desires or whether you just want liberation, doesn't matter. Approach the Lord with full intensity, and that'll purify you, and you'll get the highest goal. You don't even need to worry what your initial desires were. See, that's the point. So we can go full steam ahead, but of course, once you realize that this is not worth pursuing, those especially if you're still running after money and this and that, it comes in the way of calling out feelingly. Yesterday's session, I quoted that verse from Queen Kunti's prayers. And even today, I quoted that line. Tvam akinchana gocharam. She says, Janmaishwarya shuta shribi edamana madhapuman. That those who run after Aishwarya, wealth and beauty and education, and just crazy after that, they can't call your name feelingly. So if we want to come to the point of calling Krishna's name with feeling, that's gate 3. If you want to reach gate 3, we have to abandon the other desires. Otherwise, gate 3 won't even work. We'll have no feeling. I mean, it will be very, very difficult. You see, so we really have to be detached from selfish goals if you want genuine feelings to flow. That's more advanced level stuff, but it's good to be aware of it. See. All right, Dhanavai Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu, thank you so much. I like the verse, Kamo Sarva Kamo Moksha Kamo. That very nice.
Yes, the
Thank
second
you.
canto.
And
Hare
yes, Hare Krishna. Thanks a lot. Haribol. Hare Krishna.
All right. Let's see. I think that's everyone. So, sorry, 10:36 at night. Thank you all very much again for hanging on. And we will see some of you in just a few more days. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining.